Tejal Shah. I am the CEO and co-founder of KidAdmit, and we are revolutionizing the school enrollment process. Life is full of important milestones. When my husband and I got married, we had the knot to help us plan. When we were expecting our first child, Babysitter sent us weekly emails on the development. But when it came time to enroll our children into the education process, there was nowhere to turn to. I found applying to preschools time-consuming, manual, and competitive. It was painful. I had to buy books to find all the schools. I had to fill out dozens of identical paper applications, and I had to use an Excel spreadsheet to track all the admission requirements and deadlines. It was a complete nightmare. Upon further research and thorough market research, we found that schools face a similar problem. They were managing all of their applications using Google Docs and Excel spreadsheets. They were spending countless hours managing, collecting, and sorting paper applications. This is not a viable solution. So how big is this market? Well, we're starting with preschools with the plans to grow as our users grow. But currently, there are over 6 million children enrolled in preschools in the US, and all of the applications are done on paper. This means preschools receive 35 million paper applications each year. This is where KidAdmit comes in. We are the first admission solution connecting parents and preschools using a common application. So parents can find, research, and compare schools that are near to them. When they're ready to apply, they can use a common application across all schools. For schools, we make it easy for them to view and sort all their applications and communicate directly to families. What was taking them hours now takes them seconds. Schools can also implement the Apply with KidAdmit button directly onto their site to streamline the process. We just launched in the summer of 2013. In a few short months, we have signed up 25% of the preschools in San Francisco. We are growing revenue rate at 100% each month. We expanded to the Greater Bay Area, and we just closed our pre-seed round of funding. KidAdmit is free for schools. Parents pay a transaction fee for every application. In the future, we see a concierge-level service, activity enrollment, and support for K through 12. For schools, tuition payments, student records, and evaluations. We are backed by a fantastic group of investors and advisors. Our investors have worked with some of the groundbreaking companies in the world, and our advisors are leading experts in education space. What's next for us is launching in 5 new metros, enabling those premium features, and raising a seed round. If you know a preschool that can use and be a part of KidAdmit's platform, please talk to us after. Thank you for allowing the opportunity to share KidAdmit.
Finished with 15 seconds to go, too.
I'm a fast speaker.
25%, that's really impressive. Is there some reason you need to expand region by region? I mean, what would stop you from just going national right away?
I don't. It just, when there's a concentrated effort and schools gain momentum, it just helps when you have that virality. So when the KidAdmit button goes onto the school site, that creates that. People search geographically, but any school can use it. Any school. They don't have to, we can add them to the system right away. They can get easily integrated.
How much is it charged?
To schools?
The transaction charge for parents?
It's about, it's $10 on top of the application fees schools are already getting. And we've implemented credit card payments to make that transaction really simple.
So you signed up a quarter of the schools in San Francisco. Have you gotten a lot of parents doing it?
Yeah, we have thousands of parents using the site.
Meaning paying?
Paying.
Yep.
Yeah, 2,000, yeah. Yeah, I guess with a local, it does make sense. So a parent, a lot of the value is if there's 10 schools, because you're obviously going to be applying in one region as a parent. Why do free for the schools? I mean, I'm thinking if I'm a school, the decision for me of whether or not I use you, I don't think it's really gonna, does it matter if it's free? I mean, have you tested trying to charge them?
Yeah, it's just a low barrier to entry, make it free. They're always, now these are people that have worked in education, they're always, the common theme is we have no money, we have no resources. So let's just take that out of the equation. Other people want to pay services on behalf of schools, so it was just a low barrier to entry. And it's worked. They're already asking us for those premium features that we want to roll out, and I think these are things that they will pay for and have already said so.
How long have you been live? How many months?
Since July of 2013.
Okay, so how many applications in the last month, and how many applications in the month prior to that?
Sure. So last month we had about 100 applications, and prior to that, which was March, we received probably 150 to 200 applications that month.
Okay, and then how many parents does that represent?
So on average, there's about 3 applications per parent. or a lot of times it's just singles. So we're still analyzing some of that data in terms of figuring out how many parents that really is.
And how are you acquiring the schools right now?
A couple of different ways. So a lot of it's word of mouth, warm introduction. So our advisors are preschool consultants. These are people that help guide families through this process, and they have warm introductions into all the schools. So they're definitely doing a lot of outreach on our behalf. We're also calling schools, and we're also being there where they are. So we have a strong parent community supporters, blogging contacts in that, and then the schools themselves mingle with each other. Like there's director forums that we're getting in front of as well.
And how many applications does a school get in a given year?
Yeah, so about you could say about 100 on average.
Fascinating.
Are there competing services like this throughout the country?
As a common application part, no, but there are competitors in the search side, and then there's companies that do the back end, but there's no one bridging the two together.
So talk about the premium features. What do you envision for that?
Sure, so for the parents or the schools, or both?
You pick.
Okay.
Either one.
So for because we want to use these preschool consultants, we think they're a great platform to be partners for us. The concierge level service for parents is any of those parents that want to take that extra hand-holding. There's a school they really want to get into. They need some support in how to create that application, what to expect on the tour, the parent interview. So that's the kind of level of concierge service. They would love to reach a larger audience, but they're geographically limited, whereas our platform can allow that to go forward. For the school side, tuition payments, they're all receiving checks. I have to dig out my checkbook. I'm always stressed about this. I could set it up, but then sometimes that doesn't go through. And a lot of them don't even accept it. So we're already doing the application fee, so adding on tuition payments is a breeze.
On the paying the schools things, I would bet that you might even sign up more schools if you started charging. I wonder if the free might actually scare them off.
We did test that. We tried because the one thing we said free trial for a year, and they're like, well, what's going to be after? Because we really need to think about that. Yeah. So when we heard that kind of feedback, we figured let's just leave this free. And one of our next things we're doing actually currently is working on the enrollment forms that are state required. They all want that. They'd be happy to pay for that. They spend hours doing this.
As like a viral thing, you might want to think about how would you help parents apply to schools that aren't on your system by somehow auto-generating like a paper application. It might be, if a school starts getting enough of those, they might think, hey, I should be on this. Yeah,
we're in works of working on that as well. And we just enabled just last month a contact button, so now all the communication between the school is going directly through us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great presentation.
Thank you. I love my wine. Thank you.
You get some bread.